Hello, everyone, and it's me again. Today, I just slept for a long time. Wanted to catch up on my rest, and yes, Lucky Pita reminded me, so I just quickly came on. Okay, just quickly came on. So, hope to see all of you here. Uh, Hi, Stephen, and hi, Pita. Maya, how are you? Thanks, Pita, for reminding me. Really, I've been off timing today. I've really been off timing. Hello, Jeremy. Nice to see you too, Jeremy. Hope Jazz is feeling a little better. Yeah, today I really slept longer than the other day. I slept longer than the other day. Just trying to recuperate and get well. I'm not putting any warm thing today. Uh, Hope it'll be better. I feel my cold is a little better. I feel that way. Just hoping it's a good sign that it will soon, go away. So yeah, thank you for all of you being here. May Insight also has joined. Thank you so much. Don't forget to click on the like button. Okay. Yeah. Today it takes me over an hour for a thumbnail. Today I just created it in 10 minutes. Did created in 10 minutes and went and posted it. Only I have to post it in. Let me post it in. What do you call it? In YouTube. Let me post it in YouTube. I always forget about this. Uh, okay, posted it in YouTube. In the thumbnail that I've chosen, in the thumbnail that I've chosen, the main screen thumbnail, okay, the main screen thumbnail, that is the tsunami that took place in Japan. Where exactly it took place, when it took place, I just do not recall. But I remember seeing one of these videos many, many years back, maybe more than a decade or 2 decades back, maybe. I remember seeing this video, But then at a later time also I saw this video again. And I said, hey, this is the same video I saw before. So I had a look again at the main video, and yes, it was the same thing I'd seen maybe 2 decades ago. So that means this has taken place in Japan. And you can see this tsunami that took place, it came into this river, and this river like was overflowing, and it was carrying with it a lot of ships, some pretty big ships, and the ship was just being thrown onto the road. And traffic was still traveling, so you can imagine how suddenly it hit Japan. So which place in Japan and when, I don't know. I hope I can find that out later on. But traffic was moving, and so and the flood water was just coming. It was not flood, it was a tsunami, and it was even pulling a ship onto the road. and cars were getting displaced. Cars were just floating away. But imagine the ships also, ship so strong it was. The ship was this, and all the small tiny boats and all. So people did not have time to prepare themselves. People did not. They were oblivious of it because traffic was still moving. And it was not like a traffic jam that people knew the tsunami was coming and they were trying to escape or trying to go somewhere. So it did not look like that. It looked like fast moving traffic. So, it's so sad that people would have been, uh, you know, not oblivious of something like this, taking place. And though, for tsunami, they give you warning weather and they keep telling you, increasing and the direction and all. But when did this happen? I just cannot understand how it could have been so sudden, so sudden to take people unaware. And the angle that has been taken out, this particular video, the angle is from a nearby building. It's from a nearby building, somewhere from the top terrace or somewhere like, from a nearby building. This video has been shot. It's not an aerial view. It is like it looks like, not an aerial view. It looks like from the top of a tall building, nearby. So, my gosh, I really cannot understand, I really cannot understand how people did not get affected by that. Okay, Peter, you're going to church now. Uh, Morning, morning. Okay, it is Sunday morning for you. Yes, yes, Sunday morning for you. I forget, yeah, it is Saturday evening for me, so Sunday morning for you. Okay, okay. Carry on, Peter. Take care, Peter. Take care, Peter. Oh yeah, it's Sunday morning for you people. I forget that. So yes, I don't really sleep during the day, but I just feel so damn wretched because of this cold that I've not been doing anything. Yesterday I slept, but after my live stream, I slept, but I got up at around 10:15 or something. Today I slept long after my live stream. Today I slept long after my live stream. But then I got up around, I had a shower, I had everything and all, breakfast and all that. Then I went to sleep and I slept for um, about 2.5 hours. So I ended up having a late lunch. Yes, I ended up having a late lunch. So I just lost track of time. I said, oh yes, I prepare my thumbnail and all, and suddenly Pita sent me a message. Are you going for your live stream? And I said, oh shit, what's the time? Oh my god. I said, I'll go in 10 minutes. I don't know, in 10 minutes, I just prepared everything so soon. It's just lucky I found that one particular tsunami, and I quickly put that. I said, let me put another one. Because the other one reminds me of the movie. The other one reminds me of the movie the movie that was depicting the 2004 tsunami that hit Indonesia. And that one will always remain in my mind. I put it in my description. That tsunami, it will always remain in my mind because seeing the movie, it impacted greater on me, greater on me. And it was about a story about a family, how they managed to survive, how they managed to survive, and how that tsunami swept them to different places. And it was a foreign family, foreigners, who were living at that resort where the tsunami first hit that resort, and there again, people were oblivious; they did not know about it. No, people were oblivious of the tsunami. I don't understand how when people give warnings and all that, like, did it strike so suddenly or what? I don't know. I must read a little more detail about that 2004 Indonesia tsunami, how it originated and what happened. Like, why did it hit people? People were relaxed at the hotel and enjoying their swim and a meal outside, and when suddenly this huge wave was seen and there was no time to run, it just smashed down on them. So I do not know what it would be like, uh, you know, uh, survival tips, like, like, what do you do for survival tips, like, okay, if you know about it happening, if you know about it happening in advance and things like that, I say yes, you could take precautions. You can try to do, maybe evacuate from the place. Normally the government would ask people to evacuate, right? They would normally ask them to evacuate. So all those preparations and all would have taken place long before. But when it hits you something like this, so suddenly, and that's what the movie just showed, like how suddenly it hit, like, But I will Google later on and try to read something more about this thing. Uh, some of the points that I have put, I didn't have time to upload it into my description, but I will upload it later on. Just some description. But what I had got here, survival tips. Early warning systems. Pay attention to tsunami warnings issued by national meteorological agencies and local authorities. Evacuate coastal areas promptly if instructed to do so. So that's what I said. Normally in these kind of cases, people are told in advance, and if evacuation is to take place, then the government, makes arrangements for that. Uh, Vertical evacuation. Move to higher ground or designated tsunami evacuation zones if you are in a coastal area during a tsunami warning. Avoid low-lying areas near the shoreline. So yes, try to go as high as possible because the flood waters or the tsunami waters will start filling up from down. So the higher you are, the better it is. Now they've given here something about boat safety. If you are on a boat during a tsunami warning, move to deeper water and follow instructions from maritime authorities. The tsunamis can cause dangerous currents and surges in harbors and coastal areas. Okay, so rather than remaining in the harbor and coastal area, they're telling you better to go out deep into the sea somewhere. Wow, go into deep sea. Hmm. So that means the tsunamis are always closer to land. That is the case. That means it's always closer to land, and the tsunamis are always crashing into the land. So this is an interesting fact, right? This is an interesting fact. So the tsunami is not happening in the middle of a sea. It means the tsunami is not taking place in the middle of a sea or something like that. It's always taking place closer to coastal land. It's always taking place closer to coastal lands, a tsunami. And that's why it's like a huge tidal wave, right? So the huge tidal wave will crash into the land area. Yeah, so this is an interesting fact. Plane might be worse, better, not worse. Yeah, if you're flying in a plane, yes, if you're flying in a plane, it may cause some kind of stormy weather or some air pressure, depending on how high you are. But I think the tsunamis are not that high, to reach a plane flying in the clouds, right? The tsunami would not be that high. So I wonder what would have been the greatest height of a tsunami. Let me check and see. very interesting to, since we are on this topic, it's very interesting to know something like that. A good point you brought out, Stephen. Tsunami doesn't have much effect in deep water. Yes, it doesn't have much effect in deep water. That's why they say better to go out, don't come towards shorelines or harbors or something. Go out into the deep sea as much as possible. So this is just like a normal wave comes into the shore. You don't see like so much waves in the middle of an ocean. It's just water, water everywhere. But you see these waves, coming into the land areas. So that's where the tidal wave occurs, these giant waves. And even people who go surfing and all that, it is closer to the land, right? You get the huge wave and they ride the surf, the crest of the wave, they ride on their surfboards. So that is only happening. Sometimes the waves are really high. So that means that is how it is. And the tsunamis, of course, are too much. So, yeah, that is it. Let's see what is the record of the highest tsunami. How high was it? So yes, definitely airplanes. If you're traveling in a plane, that would definitely be better. Uh, highest highest tsunami ever recorded. Highest tsunami recorded. Let's see. Highest tsunami ever recorded. Yes, let us see. How high was it? Lituya Bay, Alaska. Yeah, they said that this is the worst tsunami that ever took place. Indonesia, I think there was more loss of lives or something like that. But the Alaskan tsunami was the worst in this. So let us make a comparison. What was the worst about it? It was over 1,700 feet wave. So naturally, planes are traveling much higher than 1,700 feet, right? Planes are traveling much higher. So right, planes would not be affected if you're traveling in a plane. So let's read this article about this highest in Alaska. Okay, this is a good article. Let's see. Uh, the largest and most devastating tsunami in recorded history. So they could have been before, but in recorded history, occurred on July 9th, 1958. I was 4 years old. 1958. I was born in May. So July, 4 months, 4 years old. In Lithia Bay, Alaska, USA. This event is often referred to as the Lituya Bay Mega Tsunami. Here are some key details about this historic tsunami. 1. The tsunami was triggered by a massive landslide which occurred when an estimated 40 million cubic yards of rock and debris fell into the bay from a height of about 3,000 feet. The landslide was caused by an earthquake with a magnitude of 7.8. So, earthquake caused the shake-up. The rocks and all fell into the sea, and that caused this huge tsunami. The landslide generated an initial wave with an astonishing height of approximately 1,720 feet. This makes it the tallest tsunami wave ever recorded. The waves surged across the bay, devastating the surrounding landscapes. Destruction. The waves swept through Lituya Bay, stopping stripping vegetation from the mountain sides and causing widespread destruction. It completely washed away trees and structures in its path. Tragically, two people lost their lives in the event. A father and a son were killed when their boat was capsized by the tidal wave. Two people died? Only two people died in the tsunami? Surprising, right? The Lithia Bay tsunami left a lasting impact on the bay's landscape, changing the geography of the area. The force of the wave and subsequent flooding also altered the coastline. Wow, so many changes took place to the topography of the land, right? It is important to note that while the Lithia Bay tsunami was the largest in terms of wave height, tsunamis can be generated by various natural events, including underwater earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and landslides. Tsunamis are powered and potentially destructive natural phenomena, and efforts are made to monitor and prepare for them in regions prone to such events. But yet we find it hits people who are surprised by it. I cannot understand why. Lithia Bay is located in the southeastern part of the U.S. state of Alaska, southeastern, within the Glacier Bay National Park and Preserve. It is a fjord-like bay surrounded by steep glacier-carved mountains. That is why all that rocks and all fell and created this tsunami. Lithia Bay's unique geography contributed to the extreme nature of the tsunami. The bay is long and narrow, with relatively shallow waters near the entrance and deep waters further inside. So long and narrow, so that's why the destruction of the height, it went to a very great height, the water, and came down maybe. The landslide that triggered the tsunami had an estimated volume of 40 million cubic yards. It occurred on the steep slopes of the Fairweather mountain range, and the rapid descent of the rocks and debris into the bay displaced an enormous amount of water, generating the massive wave. What a force it must have fallen with to create so much of water going up as a massive wave. Oh my God. Okay. Scientific interest. Let's see what this has to say. Witness accounts. Remarkable, there were eyewitnesses to the event. One of the survivors, Howard Ulrich, was aboard a fishing boat in the bay with his son when the landslide and tsunami struck. The boat was capsized by the initial wave, but both survived to provide an account of the event. The scientific interest. The Lithia Bay mega tsunami has been of great interest to geologists, seismologists, and tsunami researchers. It provided valuable insight into landslide generated tsunamis and the potential for such events to occur in other regions with similar geographic conditions. Okay, but they've not said anything like how did it hit suddenly? Did it hit suddenly? What happened? I just do not know. Wow, they've given a lot of facts about it. Oh my God. So only because it's only famous, but only two people died. But 1,700 foot. What about the 2004 Indonesia tsunami? Why did that hit suddenly? 2004 tsunami. Just imagine it happened a day after Christmas. So you can imagine how people were, just on 26th December 2004 at 7:58 local time, UTC plus 7, a major earthquake with a magnitude of 9. So that magnitude was 7.8, but this magnitude was 9.1 to 9.3, struck with an epicenter off the west coast of the northern Sumatra, Indonesia. The undersea megatrust earthquake, known by the scientific community as the Sumatra Andaman earthquake, was caused by a rupture along the fault between the Burma plate and the Indian plate and reached a Macaulay intensity of up to 9 in some areas. So here the thing was from an underwater earthquake. The cause was by an underwater earthquake, 26th December. The magnitude was much greater also, 7.8. Here it was 9.1 to 9.3, but under the sea. But that one, the rocks falling from such a height, hitting the water, causing the water to rise up, get displaced and rise up, causing a tsunami. That is the wonder of it. Maybe that's why it's referred to as the worst. And though two people died here, I think many died. Many died. A massive tsunami with waves up to 30 meters, 100 feet, only 100 feet. That was 1,700 feet. But this was only 100 feet high, known in some countries as the Boxing Day tsunami. Yeah, 26th December. Boxing Day tsunami after the Boxing Day holiday devastated communities along the surrounding coast of the Indian Ocean, killing an estimate of of 227,898 people in 14 countries. Alaskan one, the deadliest one, just because of its height. Only two people died. This was not even 100 feet high, not even 100 feet high, but it affected 14 countries and 227,898. That's almost 228,000 people lost their lives. 228,000 people in 14 countries. They give this estimate of loss and lives, but I'm sure there must be many, many more lives that have been lost, correct? I'm sure there are many, many more lives that could have been lost. Okay, let me take a break and read some of the comments. Stephen, plane might be safe. Yes, better, not worse, right? Tsunamis doesn't have much effect in deep water. Okay, that also. So I think I'm safest if I just stay in Ohio. Yeah, Ohio. Looks like it's a safe place. Even your river that is nearby is too far away to create much of a problem, by flooding your area. So I guess yes, Ohio seems to be a safe place. So let us all move to Ohio. Okay, let us all move to Ohio. What's the weather like in Ohio? What's the weather like? Summer, spring, summer, autumn, winter like? What is the kind of weather that is there? Winter we know now, it hardly snows much, right? A little bit only. Temperatures are not that cold. It reaches some kind of minus, right? But not like Canada, minus 35 and minus 40. So that also seems to be better. Uh, so what about the summer heat, and what about spring and fall? And tell us something about the weather. Tell us something. Ohio is the heart of it all. Okay. Are the summer temperatures very hot, extreme sweating, humidity? What is it like? Okay, so 14 countries were affected. Almost 228,000 people died, but I think there must be much more. The direct results caused major disruption to living conditions and commerce in coastal provinces of surrounding countries, including Aceh, that's Indonesia, Sri Lanka, Tamil Nadu in India, and Khao Lak in Thailand. Banda, Banda Aceh reported the largest number of deaths. It remains the deadliest natural disaster of the 21st century. So I think it was the deadliest, the worst, the tsunami that hit Indonesia, 2004, 26 December 2004. I'll never forget this now. That movie, I don't know what's the name. I'll try to find out. But if you can ever see that movie, I think I must see that movie again. I must see that movie again. I must see that movie again. It is fantastic, that movie. How this family separated, scattered, they go to all the camps to try to find out, like, and finally they meet up. It's such a remarkable thing that took place. They meet up, and it was the father that was father and one kid. Father and one kid stayed together throughout the tsunami. They stayed together. They were floating together, and God knows what, something like that. It's based on a true story. As the most powerful earthquake in the 30, and at least the third most popular earthquake ever recorded in the world since modern seismography started in 1900. It had the longest fault rupture ever observed, 1,200 kilometers to 1,300 kilometers long. Oh, a long trench of. Actually, what did it say? The Andaman, the Indian plates. I sometimes wonder under the tectonic plates under the sea, like, where all they are located. The remotely triggered earthquake was the Alaskan one. Oh my God, yeah. I will try to find out. Yeah, Stephen, the snow walker. I saw it till the end yesterday. I said no, I must see it before after my dinner and all. I must see it. So, oh, we have a new person, New Vision 19. Hi, New Vision 19. Nice of you to pass by. New Vision 19. What is your name and where are you from? New Vision 19. Where are you from and what is your name? Nice of you to pass by my channel. I always like to see some new members, and I hope the new members will continue to stay. But at least, oh, Angie from Florida. Angie, then you must be. We have had this theme. We were speaking about today's tsunami. We spoke about heat waves. We spoke about earthquakes. We spoke about floods. Um, Hurricanes, I think I still have to come to hurricanes. I think we spoke about tornadoes. So hurricanes, I still have to come through. So you are a perfect person to add some more detail. Let me make you a moderator. Let me make you a moderator, Angie. I'll make you a moderator. And do tell us something more about, Florida. We read in the newspapers, we hear on the television, news broadcasts about all the hurricanes that take place. Florida is a land of hurricanes, right? How do you people manage? How do you people manage there? Like, how do people still stay there? The closest I have been to is Disney, Florida. I have been to Disney, Florida, but did not experience any untoward incident. This was in middle January 2018. January 2018. All of us had gone to Disney, Florida, and we were there for 10 days. We stayed in the resort, but of course, never ever witnessed any kind of hurricane or any of these things. So, Angie, you can tell us something more about it. I will be having hurricanes in my next, I think in my next one, I'll be having about hurricanes. But if you can just tell us, like, how do people survive? How do people carry on living, knowing that they can be, attacked by nature at any time? Of course, I think it is also which location in Florida, right? The location in Florida. But even then, like, uh, I shudder to think about, how people still carry on. So, so yes, if you can just tell us something more about that. We are blessed to have a big state, right? So it really takes a rather large system to affect the entire state. Okay, so it's only Florida around the coastal regions, right? So it's basically around the coastal region. So I take it you're not near the coastal region. So how is it that how is it that how do the people still continue to live around the coastal region? Because there is always some kind of hurricane, right? Something or the other. How do people continue to live around the coastal regions? I just don't understand. New Vision's channel seems to be a nice one. Watching the sights, sounds, and beauty of everyday life, everything in nature has a story to tell. I agree with you, New Vision. Angie, I agree with you, Angie. I love nature. I love nature. I love to live in the countryside in nature. Uh, Presently, I'm living in Alberta and I love a countryside life, and that is where I'm staying here with my daughter, and she has a beautiful place out. Like it's like a 3 minute drive into town, but we are still like in the countryside, and it's a beautiful place. I just love the place over here. So yes, I love country also. Taking the beauty helps us to appreciate and remember when someone was generous and kind, especially in a critical time of need, when someone spoke up and became an advocate. Very nice, very good, right? So this channel is a time to stop and smell the roses. Yes, we get so busy in our daily life, we get so busy, we forget to stop by and smell the roses. Very true. Please do. I'm in the coastal region, 30 minutes from the beach. Oh, wow, my God, 30 minutes from the beach. Uh, Hi, Pita. Nice to see you back here, Pita. Okay, so Angie, yes, Alberta, Canada. I am in Alberta, Canada. I used to stay in Mississauga, Ontario before, but now my daughter got a job and moved here. So I have moved here to Alberta, Canada. Right. We've had some low temperatures. We've had some low temperatures here, but uh, yeah, it's good. So you're still 30 minutes from the beach. Have you ever been involved with a hurricane? Angie, have you ever been involved with a hurricane? Okay, Angie, I'm subscribing to your channel. Okay. Okay, Angie, I've subscribed to your channel. Oh, okay, Pita, you're leaving for church now. I thought you were already left for church. Okay, Angie, I've subscribed to your channel because you have very few subscribers also. We try to help each other. We try to help each other, to, with their subscriptions and watch hours. And I don't know when last you, I don't know if you regularly submit videos or what it is. I don't know. You've got some pretty nice videos. After my live stream, I will get back to looking at your videos. Okay, you have some pretty nice videos. Hurricane Allen Cat 4 when I was a child in Jamaica. Oh, Angie, Angie, are you from Jamaica originally? Angie, are you from Jamaica? Because I have another person on my who's a regular visitor on my live stream. Yeah, are you originally from Jamaica? I have a Joyce. Joyce, she's a regular on my live stream. And she's from Jamaica, Spanish Town, Jamaica. And I have another person who is in London, London, UK. Dell, his name is Dell. He's in London, UK. And recently, he's been on my channel and he has his own channel as well. And recently, he he suddenly said, Joyce, where are you from? And he is from Maypen. Maypen. That is where he is from. So what a small world, It turned out to be such a small world. And I have been, Dell and myself, we have been talking on phone to each other as well, but never ever, connected with that part of the world. And then and he's been also talking about, with Joyce and saying hello and all. But then one day he just asked Joyce, Joyce, where? And then he said, I'm originally, my parents and all are from Maypen. So, it turned out to be such a small world. And now here comes Angie, another smaller world, originally from Jamaica. Oh, nice. A lot of Jamaicans on YouTube. I do have I on my YouTube channel, when I look at analytics, I see a lot. Jamaica is like somewhere around the fifth, sixth, seventh city it range, of people who are viewing my channel are from. And Joyce told me, Joyce is a teacher, and Joyce told me that she had spread out, to the other teachers and all about my channel. So one or two have subscribed, but she's saying the others, I don't think they have subscribed, but they watch your channel because it is very good for their teaching subjects. So she said, a lot of information from your channel, we get a lot of information which we can use in teaching social studies and things like that. So she told me many have not subscribed to your channel, but I think many are watching your channel. And so Jamaica is about fifth to seventh country from all the countries that are watching my channel. They rank fifth to seventh on an average. Many tropical storms, yes. Yes, South Florida has become home to a lot of Caribbean descendants. True, true, true. Because even Joyce said, Joyce said, okay, so that's very nice, Angie. Thank you for stopping by. I hope we will see you more often. I hope we will see you more often on my live streams, and we will watch another's channel, each other's channel, and you can always get in touch with, through my channel. You can get in touch with Joyce. Through my channel, you can get in touch with Joyce, and catch up with days gone by, your days in Jamaica. So thank you so much. I will definitely watch your videos. I think they are very nice videos. I just had a glance through. Very nice one. YouTube is a hobby for me. Yes, we are all enjoying YouTube. We are all enjoying, uh, you know, uh, posting on YouTube, and I'm really happy. I'm really happy. I created my YouTube. I created my YouTube more than 3 years before. More than 3 years. But for 2 years and 3 months, I did not do anything. For more than 2 years and 3 months, I did nothing. But then, because I started mine about life experiences, I wanted people to come on my channel. I wanted to do interviews with people. I didn't want to project myself. I wanted to project the people and let them share their experiences. But I haven't had anybody willing to come. So finally, when I made a trip to Australia for a teachers reunion, I met my teachers. I'm also an ex-teacher. I'm a retired teacher. So I met my students, I met my teachers, my colleagues after 47 years. So I went to Australia and we had two reunions, one in Sydney and one in Melbourne. So, um, you know, from that time I said, when I come back, I'm going to start posting. And so I started posting. Australia is on my bucket list. A beautiful country to settle down. Australia, a beautiful country to settle down. Very good perks for people, to get pension after retirement. And Australia has been always one of the best countries I would have ever liked to settle down, but it never worked out. I was over the age, to go and settle down there when I thought of going. So, yes, Australia is really nice. So, I visited Sydney and Melbourne, and that was my first trip to Australia. I have been to New Zealand. I love New Zealand also. My daughter graduated from Wellington University in New Zealand. So, 4 years we traveled to New Zealand, but we were cheated by an agent for immigration. So, anyhow, we never made it to New Zealand. But I still love New Zealand. I love New Zealand. So 4 years I visited New Zealand. But Australia I went now, and Australia I think is fantastic. I have known many teachers and all who were teaching with me in Dubai, and suddenly one day when Facebook and all came up, I saw that they have all migrated and staying in Australia. And when I asked them, like I went in to visit them, they said, "Wow, the biggest good thing we could have done in our lives was migrating to Australia." So yes, Australia is really it's on your bucket list, so it's good. It's really worth it. I hope you get an opportunity to visit Australia. It's too vast. It's too vast, but Sydney, Melbourne, I think are the good places to visit. I went there just for 2 weeks, so couldn't see much, but that was enough. Maybe in future I would take a second trip. Let's see how things work out. So yes, Angie, it was nice of you to stop by here. I keep looking out for new people who pass by. Every day I've had somebody new, but they didn't seem to come back again. Yeah, they didn't seem to come back again. Yes, but I'll tell you something, Angie. I'll tell you something about Australia. I don't think in these big cities, like even Canada, people don't have time for each other. Believe me, people don't have time for each other. I do not know how it is in Florida or the US or something, but I think in most of these cities and countries, people don't have time for each other. You know, because when I met with my teacher colleagues, they were also happy that I'm going to meet up with them. And there were some who were staying in Sydney couldn't come to Melbourne, and some in Melbourne couldn't go to Sydney. They had some, you know, they have some problems going on, so they couldn't visit. So that is why we had it in two places. and and in both the places there was so much of hype. There was so much of hype that we met after 47 years. There was so much of hype, and everybody said we are going to keep in touch with each other, and we will message each other, and we will go out together, once a month at least we will meet and go out together. And there was so much of hype built up about it. And they said, okay, we'll open a separate chapter in Sydney and a separate chapter in Melbourne, and all that. And sad to say, today they don't even communicate with each other. They don't even message each other. And there is one boy in Sydney. There is one boy in Sydney. Every Sunday, he calls everybody. I went there in April last year. So we are now 1 year. Okay, we are now 1 year. Every Sunday, he calls everybody. He calls me also. I was in Thailand. I'm in Canada. Sometime I go to Philippines. Last year I traveled to Japan. So wherever I have been, whichever place I've been in, he has always called me every Sunday, even with the time difference. But every Sunday he calls me. Even now in Canada, I'm here now. How much he calls me every Sunday. But nobody else responds. People get the call, they don't even respond to him. They don't even tell him, "Oh, I'm sorry, I received your call. I'm sorry, I was not available," and call back or write back. No. So, meeting with the locals in some countries, I don't think it works out. I'm giving the example of my own teacher batchmates. They are not even keeping in touch with each other now. And they have been in Australia for more than 30, 40 years, and still they did not keep in touch with each other. They knew people were around, but they didn't keep in touch with each other. So, I don't agree, from that point of view with the locals, not in big cities, Angie, not in big cities. Locals have no time for each other. But if you go to some of the Southeast Asian countries, now I lived in Thailand for about 4.5 years. Then there was no one to speak to in English. Living alone there, no one to speak to in English. I finally decided to come back to Canada for some time, and maybe I'm thinking of going and relocating and living in Philippines. I've been to Philippines 4 times, and Philippines people, they speak with you. They speak with you. They are friendly type of people. They are friendly, very kind-hearted, very nice. They are very go and stay with her. When we are walking down to the supermarket. When we are walking down, there was Woolworths and there was another one, I forget. When we are walking down, there are the old people in their gardens. They are tending to their gardens. And as you're walking by, they don't know you, you don't know them. But when you're passing by, they will stop and they will say, "Hi, good morning. How are you today? Oh, it's such a lovely day today, such nice weather." They will talk to you. So in New Zealand, I found people are a little friendlier. I found they were friendlier. They stopped by to talk to you, to say hello, to smile at you. But I've not seen that in other places. I've not seen that in other cities. I've not seen that. And like I gave you the example of my own classmates, my teacher batchmates, they don't keep in touch with each other today. It's so sad, and it's so sad it is. So that's what happens in big cities, I think. Big cities. I even have a friend who usually comes here on my live stream, but I don't know today he's not here. But he also says, some new neighbors came and stayed or started living opposite him, and like he said, he tried to make contact, he waved out to them, but no response from them, no response from them. And they are like staying on the big open lands, and houses are pretty far away from each other. But even then, people are not really friendly in cities or some places like. So it's that way. So Peter has gone to church. Yes, it's Sunday morning. For us, it is still Saturday, right? For us, in our part of the world, it is still Saturday. But for the southeast, for the eastern region, it is already Sunday for them. Yeah. So that was good. It was really good. It was good to catch up with you, Angie. Really nice. Yeah. I love nature. I love nature. I love nature. Where I am now in Alberta, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. So if you look at my videos, you will find I've been writing about natural disasters, for the last for this week like. Jeremy, how is jazz? Jeremy, are you still there? How is jazz been? And one more thing, Angie, on my channel, my live stream, um, I always ask for prayers. I believe in the power of prayer. I'm not talking about religion, but I'm just believing in the power of prayer. And there are a few names I take, a few names of people, and I ask everyone to please pray for them, because they are really going through a bad time. So one is Martha, and Martha is Stephen's wife, and Stephen is a very regular person on my live stream. So depending on his work shift, so his wife is not keeping well, so we offer prayers for Martha and Stephen. And then I have another person called Myrna. So Myrna is in and out of hospital. Uh, Her sister is, they are from Philippines, and I do not know what is wrong with her. I don't ask, but if she's going in and out of hospital, she has appointments and all that. So there's something wrong. So I ask for her prayers. There is a childhood classmate of mine who has come down with cancer. So she's going through a hard time coping up with cancer. So I ask for people to just remember her in her prayers also, that they all heal fast. And there is a fourth one called Jazz. Jazz is Jeremy. Jeremy is a good friend also from Philippines, and she comes on my channel quite often. So her son is down with some problem. So I just asked. There were other people on my channel who I used to ask for. There was a guy called Rusty. He's not on my channel, but I know him from another channel I used to visit. But very nice man he is. He has never come onto my channel, but I always offered praise for him because he was sick for many months. And he always, in the other channel, I used to read his comments. He's waiting to heal, he's waiting to go back to work, and those kind of things. So I asked for prayers for him, and thankfully to say he got better. He got better, and went back to work after many months. So I took him off the prayer list, so that was good. And then I had another person, Alex. So like this, I had many people, and one by one, as they get cured, they heal. I've taken them off the prayer list, and I've included new people. So that's one thing I do. And when I finish my live stream, in my thank you note, which I pin up in my thank you note, I mention them. Usually, I mention them, and during my live stream also, I mention them. So uh, yeah, that is my way of giving to community, right? Whatever I can give in my way to community, because uh, people are important to me in my life, right? People who come across in my life and they stay with me, they become part of my family. And this is all my YouTube family, and I value them. They give me a lot of support. They come on my live stream every time. They stay with me from beginning to end, as much as it is possible. In fact, today I've been down with a cold, and I'm just trying to recover from it. And today, one of Pita, I connect. She said, "Oh, Vincent, are you going for your live stream now?" And I said, "Oh my God, I forgot all about it." So I said, "Okay, I will go in 10 minutes." So I came on the live stream. So she reminded me. They know every day I do 2 live streams, so I go on this. At this time, I go for the live stream. So she reminded me about it, and I was thinking, yes, I have to do it, but I lost track of time. So, see, this is how we support each other. So she said, and though she has to go to church, but yet she reminded me, and she said when she finishes church, she will come back to the live stream. So while getting ready, she was still on my live stream. I thought she had already gone to church. So yes, this is what we do. We support each other, and we've got a very good group. So if you feel like you would like to join the group, you would like to join our group, nothing, we just to support and encourage each other on YouTube. So we've opened out a messenger. We've started a messenger group just for us. So anytime we are posting a video, we send a link in that group. We send a link in that group and things like that. So Angie, if you want, you can subscribe to us. You can go into our, we made you a moderator. So if you click, you can go to our channel and you can subscribe to our channel. And I also appeal to everyone else who is on our channel. Please subscribe to Angie's channel also. I have already subscribed to Angie's channel. So please subscribe to Angie's channel. Okay. New Vision. Subscribe to Angie's channel. And you also can subscribe to their channel. Build up a community. That's how we can spread the word and spread whatever we are conveying in our channel. We can spread it to all the people around. So Angie, if you're interested or something like that, I have an email on my channel website. I think you don't have one. I checked your channel. I don't think you have an email there. So I have an email on my channel. Okay, so if you want, you can send me an email. You can send me an email, and in the email, if you have Facebook or a messenger link, you can send it to me. I can add you to our messenger group, because sometimes, as we develop, relationship with each other on YouTube, and we get closer in our comments and things like that, then we have moved our talk, like Dell from London and Stephen from Ohio, US, Joyce from Jamaica, Pita, Jeremy, Alex, and a couple of others from Philippines. We are all now chatting on WhatsApp or Messenger. We chat on WhatsApp or Messenger. So sometimes we do a call, sometimes we do a call. So it's that way. But we chat separately also. But sometimes there are some things we would like to talk about which we cannot discuss here, like, correct? We cannot discuss over here, on a public forum. So we ask, on a private message, we can discuss something more in detail. Like Stephen from Ohio, I asked him, I keep forgetting his shift duties and all. So he sent me a link with his shift duties, when he's working, when he's off, and things like that. So, we communicate. Dell, who's in UK, he's originally family ties say from Jamaica, right? Maypen. So he's now in UK. So he's married to a Filipino, and when he retires from UK, he will settle in Philippines. So we call each other and we talk to each other, and we are hoping to meet up if we are together anytime in the Philippines. We will meet up together. So we talk about something, we talk about other things. So which we cannot talk on a YouTube channel. So if you're interested, just drop me an email. It's on my live stream, the Burton channel at gmail.com. So you can just drop me a message there. Yeah, so this is it. So I'm a person who was an introvert. I'm an introvert basically, but YouTube has brought me out, so I can keep talking and talking and talking. But I have a lot of life experiences, and if you look at any of my previous videos in my live streams, you will hear a lot about my life. So you will come to know me properly, a lot about my life. I keep talking openly, it doesn't matter. And I don't have secrets to hide. No skeletons in my cupboard. I have a few skeletons, but they will remain skeletons and they will remain in my cupboard. I do have a few skeletons, but most of it I just talk about my life out here. So, yeah, this is it. No judgment here. No judgment. No judgment here. No judgment here at all. No, nothing of that sort. We don't judge people out here. I always say, sometimes people behave in a particular way, but we cannot judge them because we are not in their shoes. We are not in their shoes. Oh, Stephen, talking about you. Long, long, long life for you, Stephen. I just mentioned your name. Have a good day, night, everyone. Thank you, Stephen, for passing by. Thank you so much. You're off to bed, Stephen? You're off to bed now? You have an early work day tomorrow. So, yeah, missed you on my live stream these last few days. But, yeah. But when you start night, when you start night and you get off in the morning, you can be on my live stream. But the daytimes is a problem for you to be on my live stream. I understand that. But thank you, Stephen, so much for being here. I hope Martha is feeling better. I hope Martha is feeling better. Yes, I know. The day streams for you are bad to be on my live stream, correct? The day should. Anyhow, tomorrow one more day of work, Stephen. Then you go back to night shift, right? one more day of work tomorrow, day shift, and you go on night shift. So then we'll see you a little more often till your 6 days of break. Yeah. Thank you, Stephen, for dropping by, Stephen. And wish you good night, Stephen, and have good sleep. I hope Arthur's doing well. Arthur's doing well. New Vision, her name is Angie. New Vision, her name is Angie, and she's originally from Jamaica. She lived there as a child, and now she is in Florida. So Joyce has got one more person. We just discovered Dell. Dell has roots in Jamaica, and Angie also has roots in Jamaica. So Joyce will have someone more for company now. Are you a teacher too? Are you also a teacher, Angie? There are lots of teachers in Jamaica, and Joyce was saying many of the teachers they have left Jamaica because it's a corrupt system. It's a very corrupt system, and there's no teaching satisfaction. And many of them have left and gone to US and teaching in US. Oh, you're not okay. And so many of them have gone to the US and they are teaching in the US now. They're teaching in US. They're teaching in. She said nurses and teachers from Jamaica. Nurses and teachers are the most professional people, you know, and they are settled in like US, Canada, Europe. These are the places most of them have gone. So she says like the best professions in Jamaica are nurses, nursing and teaching. So they all go to work in other countries rather than working in Jamaica. Yeah, so that's good. That's good. Stephen, how is Martha doing? Is she okay? Do you do live streams, Angie? Do you do live streams? I don't think I saw a live stream on your playlist. The thing is, when we are on the economy in Jamaica creates a strain such that even the educated have to leave for better pay. Yes, I agree with you. I don't do live stream. Yes, economic situation is bad. Joyce has told us a lot about Jamaica, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yeah, she has said a lot about Jamaica. Oh, I must tell you something about talking about Jamaica. The other day I couldn't get the name, and then suddenly the name struck me. When when I was working in Mississauga, when I was working there earlier, uh, we had a Jamaican with us. You know, she was in our department, a Jamaican, and we had a couple of Jamaicans in the other department. So this one name was Megan. Megan. I don't know which part of Jamaica she's from, but at that time my wife was alive, so my wife was sitting with her in her part, and I was in the same company, the same department, but I joined later on, but I was sitting away from them. But one day my wife told me, she said, "Oh, Winston, we have to go and eat jerk chicken." Jerk chicken. I said, jerk chicken? What is jerk chicken? She's saying, yes, it's a Caribbean dish. And then we spoke to Megan, and Megan said, yeah, I'll show you where the restaurant is. So one day we all decided to go out for lunch during our lunch break, 1 hour. So I drove, and Megan showed us the way, and we went there. And we had a good feed of jerk chicken, and from that time, I was addicted to jerk chicken. Two things I like about Caribbean food: jerk chicken, and they have a special curry. Jamaican curry. So jerk chicken and curry. Oh, my mouth is watering. My mouth is watering now. So yes, we enjoyed that. So many times I have gone there and bought that food and brought it to the company, and we have eaten it, or we have brought it after work, take it home for dinner. So jerk chicken and curry. I know these are two meals of uh, Jamaican food, Caribbean food that we enjoyed eating. I don't do live streams and quality of life. It's a huge trade-off. Some of the freedom we enjoy. Yeah, true, true. Yeah. So jerk chicken and Jamaican curry. Yeah, these two are lovely dishes. My mouth is watering. I enjoyed eating them. I enjoyed eating them. Then when I had to quit my job, they were downsizing, so I lost my job there. So then after that, I never ever went down that side. That was the only place that sold the. Megan said the place that sold the best jerk chicken. Small shop in a little small town, town center, but very tasty food. Jerk chicken and curry. I enjoyed that. Do you cook jerk chicken, Angie? Do you cook jerk chicken? And first time we mentioned Jamaican food is influenced by East Indian, African countries, European and Asian. Right, because I think many of these cultured people are working in Jamaica, right? And now even Chinese, so maybe Chinese food also, because a lot of Chinese now settled in Jamaica, having businesses, right? So yes, you said Asian food, so many Chinese also would be there. Yeah, Jamaica. Joyce was saying a lot of different nationalities. Indians also, a lot of Indians there, lots of Chinese over there. So yeah, true, Andrew, true. Not very good at jerk, but I have received some compliments when I prepare jerk, chicken, or pork. Yes, okay. So if you receive compliments, that means it's a good preparation. It's a good preparation. And the other thing we came to know, which we did not know before, Joyce mentioned she was waiting for a delivery of food that her sister was sending her, and she mentioned about Bammy, 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 and there was another person on my live stream from France, Veronique from France. So she said, Joyce, what is Bammy? And I also asked, yes, what is Bammy? Never heard of Bammy. And she said it is bread that is made from the cassava plant. Bread that is made from the cassava plant. Yes, yucca, right? Yucca or cassava, the root plant. So I said, oh wow, I did not know. I did not know. In Thailand, cassava is a very famous plant. Yes, cassava very famous, and I thought it was because of the leaves. I thought the leaves were used. I never ever thought it's a root plant. That's why, see, being on YouTube group and having these live streams, we learn so much about different people's culture. We learn so much about it. And then, like, it's very well grown in this part of the world, in tropical regions. And but in Jamaica also a lot of cassava is grown, and they make it into a bread root. I never knew. So I did a little research and read some more information about that. So yes, Bammy, Bammy. And I had forgotten the name. The other day I was trying to remember, and Steven said it is Bammy. I said, oh yes, Bammy. I said because Veronique asked Joyce, what is Bammy? Right. Okay, it is staple in Africa. Okay. Yeah. So she said I was waiting for some bread and some other food. She said it's made bami. So nice. We learned a new name, right? In Jamaica, you call it bami, cassava bread. And I learned that they make bread out of it. So many new things, I have learned personally. So many new things I've learned personally uh, from this group out here. New things. Stephen has mentioned about many new things. And some of the plants and things like that he's growing. He's growing out on his place, on his land. Best steamed or fried. Yeah, I learned that if you eat it raw, it is poisonous. If you eat it raw, it is poisonous. So you have to scrape off the outside. You have to scrape off the bark of the root. You have to scrape that off, and then you have to use it. So, but if you eat it raw, it is poisonous. You can die. It is poisonous. Funny, no? How it is. You remove the bark and you can eat the inside. So, yeah, I learned a lot. I did a lot of reading about the cassava. Never knew about it before. So, steamed or fried. Yeah, yucca is another name for it. Yucca. They also say like it belongs to the yam family, like yam. It belongs to that yam family. Oh, my name is Winston. Winston. My mother named me after Winston Churchill, the Prime Minister of UK. Winston. That's why my channel, Burton channel, Winston Burton. That's my full name, Winston Burton. That's why it's called the Burton channel. Yeah, my first name is Winston. Yes, Winston. I know many Jamaicans have the name Winston also. If I'm not mistaken, I think many Jamaicans have the name Winston. Quite a common name, Winston. US, like if you go on Facebook and you type Winston, even if you type Winston Burton, you will get so many Winston Burtons coming up. It's so surprising. Same name, same family name, Winston Burton. So many names come, but not me. I don't know any of them. Why, you know some Winston also? Yes. Actually, we are from British descendants. We are from British descendants. So we grew up speaking English. We grew up speaking English. We consider mother tongue to be English only. And from the time we are born, we only speak English. My parents only speak English. Yes, true, true. That's why our family name also is Burton. Burton. It's so nice of you to stop by, really. So, Angie, I know it's a bit early. This is the first time you're on my channel, but if ever you want to co-host with me, if you want to co-host with me and you want to speak, now I have a topic for my channel, but we don't stick to the topic. Okay, we can go and discuss any other topic, and many times we have gone, we start, from one topic we start, but we suddenly go into something else and something else and something else, and we end up with a complete different topic. So there is a topic. I just keep a topic for my channel because it's a base to start out a conversation with, you know. And we don't even start a conversation with the topic. We weave our way into the topic a little later, and sometimes we talk a lot about the topic. Like yesterday, we did. Yesterday evening, I did heat wave, and we spoke a lot about the heat wave. So sometimes we talk a lot about a particular topic. Sometimes we talk a little bit about the topic, and then we go on to talking about other topics. So it doesn't matter. So if ever you would like to co-host with me, I come on live stream twice a day. So now you know this time I come on live stream. All right. So like right now the time is six. Time is like coming to 6 o'clock in the evening for me. Okay, it's like coming to around 6 o'clock in the evening for me. So I think in Florida it might be around 8 p.m. for you, right? It must be 8 in the evening for you. So I usually start my live stream at about today I started late, but I usually start my live stream at about 6 o'clock in the evening Jamaican time. So I think Florida it might be around the same time. I'm not sure. Okay. So it would be around that time when I start my live stream in the evenings, around 6 o'clock. We had a terrible heat wave here in South Florida. Yes, 7.54 square meters now. Oh, 7.54 p.m. now. Sorry, what am I reading? Yes, so almost 8 o'clock. That's why I said it must be almost 8 o'clock for you. For me, it is almost. Oh, almost 8 o'clock for you. Okay, okay, okay. Heat wave last summer. Wow. Yeah. So it's almost 8 o'clock for you, and for me, it is almost uh, 6 o'clock in the evening. Right. So correct. Yes, Angie. Angie, go ahead. Have your dinner. Have your dinner. It was nice catching up with you. Do subscribe to the other members, and I hope they will all subscribe to you also your channel, and we can grow. So bon appetit, bon appetit. Enjoy your dinner, and hope to see you again. So I go at about 6 o'clock in the evening your time. Yes, stop by again. Yes, and I hope Joyce is here next time. You can catch up with Joyce. You can catch up with Joyce. Tomorrow Sunday, Joyce might be around. Joyce will be around. And I come on about 6 o'clock in the evening your time. 6 o'clock in the evening your time. Hang on, hang on. Yeah, okay. And I come on in the mornings also. I come on in the mornings also. Okay. So yeah, thank you so much for stopping by, Angie. It was wonderful talking to you. And yes, do stop by somewhere. So you have a nice dinner and good night and have a nice sleep as well. Okay? Take care. Just put in a thank you note. Please don't forget, remember, there's no place for me to write it, but just remember in your prayers, um, Martha, Stephen, Myrna, Nair, and Jazz. Okay, just pray that they will heal and get well soon. All right, please pray for them. All right. So I've just written a very brief note over here. Uh, Thank you everyone for being here. And welcome to Angie of New Vision, a new YouTube family member who interacted for a long time. Joyce, you will be happy. God bless you and your families. Okay, so that's that. And I don't have anyone else going to stop by. Perhaps I could just end the live stream, right?